Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you how to play a drum beat. Now this drum beat is actually pretty cool because the counting within the drum beat utilizes both 8th notes and 16th notes. So let's get right to the lesson. You're going to start off by counting out on the hi-hat 8th notes. And you're going to strike the hi-hat when you count each 8th note. So we're going to count it just like this as we strike the hi-hat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that is essentially the foundation for this drum beat, but I'm going to change it up a little bit because I find that it's easier to teach this drum beat when we also incorporate 16th notes into the counting. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to strike the hi-hat on each 8th note. But when we count the 3, the third count of what we just did, we are going to count it as 16th notes. So 3 E and 4. So it's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 and. Just like that. Continuing, we're going to strike the hi-hat the same way that we just did, but we're just going to change the way that we are counting it. 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 and. That's simple. That is the hi-hat and the counting. Now I'm going to show you what to do with the bass drum and the snare drum. So for the 1 and, we're going to strike the bass drum. 1 and then for the 2 and, oops, for the 2 and, we're going to strike the snare drum. 2 and. So just to start it off, the first half of the drum beat that I'm showing you is 1 and 2 and. Pretty simple. Alright, so for the second half of the drum beat, the 3 E and 4 and, this is what you're going to do. So for the 3, just the hi-hat, the E, just the snare drum, the and, just the hi-hat, the just the bass drum, and then the 4, the hi-hat and the snare drum, and then obviously the and of 4, just the hi-hat. So it's pretty simple. 3 E and 4 and. So hi-hat, snare drum, hi-hat, bass drum, hi-hat and snare drum, just the hi-hat. Okay? So once again, 3 E and 4 and. 3 E and 4 and. 3 E and 4 and. That's simple. Now we're going to put it all together. And I'm going to play it really slowly while counting out loud. 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 and. Now I'll play the drum beat a little bit faster and I will not be counting out loud. So as you can see, it is a pretty cool drum beat and it is relatively easy to learn when you incorporate both 8th notes and 16th notes into the counting. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.